Dylan Sullivan Show.
One thing, I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard you try. Deep down in mind as the time is right. I tried so.
know. I was in the background.
Oh, yeah. In spite of the way you were mocking me, acting like I was part of your property.
God, R.I.P.
So real. Things aren't the way they were before. You wouldn't even recognize me anymore. Not that you knew me back then, but all comes back to the
In the end.
I can't remember how it goes after that.
I didn't even know I tried.
It all fell apart. What it meant to me will eventually be a memory of a time when
I tried so hard and got so far, but in the end,
Ready for an encore? Do you want
more
more?
hips and show with the Brooklyn boys. God, what a great collaboration.
Yeah. I feel like it was mostly just Linkin Park. Wasn't it just that Linkin Park did that and they sent it to Jay-Z? And he was like, money? And they were like, yeah, money. And he was like, okay.
No, Jay-Z can pick whoever he collaborates with. I doubt it was like a money move. I think Jay-Z liked Linkin Park.
that makes sense. Who didn't like Linkin Park?
Sure.
Yeah.
It was like that's like the gateway drug to rock and roll at that era of time.
It's the top tier whiny music.
Yeah, it was right before it got like emo.
You know how there's like Jay-Z and then there's like maybe, I don't know, like another rapper who was just average, like Chingy, right?
Chingy?
Yeah.
What's your problem with Chingy?
I don't have a
about
problem.
Chingy, yeah.
I don't have a problem with Chingy, but they're at different levels.
Are they?
Yeah, Linkin Park is like the Jay-Z of whiny music to where Chingy is to Jay-Z. So like it would be like Linkin Park and then a little bit down here's like Simple Plan.
I would say
Simple Plan's
that
like Chingy?
Yes.
No, I would say that Panic at the Disco is probably the Jay-Z of whiny music. Only because they have a long period of music. They have the longest run out of all of the whinies.
They are, yeah.
They continue to make music to this day.
Are they married to the Beyonce of something?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. They do a lot of collaborations.
Okay.
Well, especially the one guy with the voice, the lead singer.
Which guy?
What does he sound like?
Yeah, Brendan
He's got that very
Burrell,
specific voice. He's got a great voice.
Yeah. He's amazing.
Okay. I don't really know any Panic at the Disco.
Yes,
You
you do.
do.
You've heard it a bunch, and
You
you've
know
heard
every
it.
Panic at the
Girls
Disco.
don't like us.
No, that's Fall Out Boy, you
No.
idiot.
No, it's not. That's Good Charlotte.
That's
Well,
Good
same
Charlotte.
Fall
Good
Out Boy and
Charlotte
Good Charlotte
is
are the
amazing.
same.
No, they're not. Good Charlotte was one of my first.
Good Charlotte and Blink-182 are the same.
I love Good Charlotte. You guys remember how Good Charlotte used to dress? There's this one guy in Good
Fucking
Charlotte.
dope.
Yeah, fucking dope. The guy did like the spike
Yeah.
hair.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
this one guy who would do eye makeup, like eyeliner, down his eyes.
Oh, like Ty's Eye?
Yeah. And in elementary school, I liked Good Charlotte a lot, and I wanted to do it, but I was too scared to ask for eyeliner. So I took a Sharpie.
Fuck yeah.
And I did it, but I did it without a mirror. And the lines were so long and not parallel to my face.
Fuck yeah.
So they just were all crooked and like super long.
How long did that stay on for?
I think my mom made me wash it off like, that night or something.
Okay, because Sharpie's kind of hard to get off.
Yeah, I was scrubbing my face for a while. It was I couldn't get off at school. It was there the whole day.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah,
Good Charlotte was like your middle school, like.
They were one of the first kind of emo bands I liked. I also my first 2 albums I bought together.
Bought?
No,
Oh, yeah.
no, weren't Good Charlotte, but the first ones I physically bought for myself. 2 at the same day. Killer's Hot Fuss, which remains
that
one
was
of
a
my
great
favorite
album.
albums, and 50 Cent's Get Rich or Die Trying.
Fuck yeah.
Great album.
It was a
my
great
God.
intro to music, I thought.
Nice.
So those weren't the
Yeah.
first that you. Those weren't.
Those
the
are the
first
first I bought for
yourself.
myself. Yeah.
What was the first like? Did you have cassettes or did you just straight to CDs?
I had Harry Potter cassettes.
What was the first CD
What
you
does that
owned?
mean?
Oh, the book on tape.
Yeah, book on tapes.
Okay.
What was your first CD that you bought? Or you were given?
I think Good Charlotte was one of the first ones. But then I think I got like a Beatles one. There used to be this album, and they might still do it, but there's this famous radio station in Colorado, 97.3 KBCO.
Of course, yeah.
And
Everybody
they
knows.
do...
Is it the anything? Does it have a nickname like the and then
river.
something? Yeah, or like the rock,
or it's like Colorado Rockies or something. It's something. It's not that like famous of a jingle, but everyone knows 97.3 KBCO because they do these live recordings every year.
Oh, that's cool.
And so bands from all over come into the studio and do a live version of their song. Sort of like NPR's Tiny Desk,
right?
but just on CDs.
And no Tiny Desk.
And no Tiny Desk.
Okay.
Yeah, so those are probably one of the first CDs.
What was your first CD?
So my first CDs were I got 3. My dad took me into the CD store and he said, "My son would like to listen to music." And the guy said, "Sure, we got that." And he gave me
Do you remember what CD store it was?
It wasn't like a chain. It was this one in San Mateo. And it was Blink-182 Buddha, which no one's heard of, but the guy at the CD store liked it. Chocolate Starfish and the Hot Dog Flavored Water by Limp Bizkit, which it turns out is a euphemism. It's an innuendo. Chocolate Starfish and the Hot Dog Flavored Water. It's not actually about chocolate starfish and water that's hot dog flavored.
No way.
It's about anal sex.
Yeah,
anal sex, which I didn't find out till later. I don't think I knew what anal sex was at the time. I only knew about pooping.
It's normally the intro to anal sex.
Pooping?
Yeah.
It's it's a gateway to anal sex.
It's totally the gateway to anal sex.
Yeah, you're already lubed up with the poop. And Hybrid Theory, Linkin Park Hybrid Theory.
Oh yeah, I had that album.
Yeah. And then
that was a great album.
And then the next year, I was able to get parental advisory CDs. Although Chocolate Starfish was parental advisory, it snuck under the radar, and there was rap on it too. There were some rappers rapping.
Oh my god!
I know.
I remember that parental advisory. I remember, well, actually, that Get Rich or Die Trying album. My parents made me buy the clean version of the album from Walmart because Walmart
only
used
sells
to,
the clean.
Exactly. Walmart only sells clean albums, or they used
Good
to.
for them.
Yeah, because they wanted to protect America.
Yeah.
Thanks, Walmart.
Thanks, Walmart, for protecting us from
Ourselves.
Yeah. Walmart was pretty pro censorship back in the day. I don't know how they feel about things now.
Well, they were
Yeah.
quote unquote a Christian company.
Yeah.
More like
They always are
like
until they aren't.
wall of censorship, Mart.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
That's what it's more like,
Build the Walmart.
right?
And also, like, if you're listening to a clean rap album, you can kind of fill in the gaps,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, I still
So now
haven't-
I'm just thinking about it even more. I'm thinking about the bad words even
Yeah,
more.
yeah.
Or coming up with a worse word.
things. Yeah.
Yeah. Yo, you mother cunt fish. you
You're like, ooh,
Yeah.
cuntfish.
You shit dog.
They say cunt fish a lot in this album, so they have to censor it a lot.
Yeah.
They keep saying- yeah.
Isn't it weird that they keep on saying cunt fish Tokyo?
Later
Tokyo
turned out it
bitch
was-
tits. It was just ass.
They were censoring ass.
No, I think ass slid by. I don't know if it did. Yeah. So what's the first one you bought? That was Hybrid Theory?
Well, it was all 3, but I think my dad got those for me, and then 6th grade, I was a man, and I could get CDs that were parental advisory, and I got All Eyes on Me, Tupac, College Dropout,
Nice.
and Get Rich or Die Trying.
Great albums.
Yeah,
Great albums.
Yeah.
All great albums.
yeah, I knew.
Yeah. How did you find out that you'd be into all those people?
It's just my
Everyone
older
was
brother
listening to-
listened to rap, and from what I'd heard, I liked it, and we could listen to it on the radio and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I still have DMX, the Grand Champ censored. That's in my car. Sometimes I listen
Really?
to it. Yeah, I think you've
How
been in
is
the car
that?
while I listen to it.
How's it censored?
how's it same way as everything else, but it's DMX, so he's still like furious and violent.
Yeah, do they add in like barks?
They add in barks. They add in yeah.
Then it's not really like censorship if you add in barks for DMX.
Yeah,
that's fine.
It feels a little less.
It really works for him actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. I slid a
hit the out in the out.
Yeah, I slid a throat, leave his in the mud, and let his blood choke him.
Yeah.
The weirdest censorship I've is it Nelly? You going down, down, baby, for the Ranger. He says street sweeper.
Yeah.
They censor that on the radio.
Oh.
Because it's a gun.
It can mean a gun. Yeah.
Mm.
That seems so unnecessary.
Yeah, and how many people like know that?
Yeah.
How many people like?
Also, why do you have to censor the word gun? Even if he was saying, "I got a AK-47," like,
right?
Why?
Maybe they knew about all the school shootings that were going to happen.
It feels like they were a little harsher on like black artists about that stuff true. Because I remember my parents would be like, "Oh, like they were a little like nervous about me listening to rap or something,"
right.
And then they'd listen to songs like Rolling Stones, like "Mother's Little Helper," about a woman, a bored housewife who gets addicted to pills and overdoses.
Yeah.
And they're like, this is,
they're like, well, white people.
Yeah,
that's
exactly. Yeah, pretty much. It was weird. Or like, I don't think that generation just thought of like the content. They think cussing was like the thing that needed to be censored, and not the ideas.
Yeah.
Right. Yes. I mean, yeah, all music is immoral.
It's true.
Except for like Christmas music.
That's what makes it interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all's first stuff is way more advanced than my first.
What was your first? What was the first
drum beat? Just a simple drum beat.
My first album that I had was on cassette.
Oh, fun!
So I feel really old, and it was Backstreet Boys' Millennium, which was really good. That was the one that had Larger Than Life was on that album, and I also had that one song there. Don't want you back. Do you remember that one? I really like that song. And then my first CD, it's even more embarrassing. My first CD was Britney Spears. Oops, I Did It Again. It
nice.
Oh, wow.
That was a good album.
It was actually a good album.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember when Britney Spears, when the world found Britney Spears? It was a big deal.
Like when they first found, she was the youngest artist for a long time.
Wasn't she like 15 or 16 or something?
Yeah,
like the youngest to like I think hit #1, and no, that can't be so, because Jackson, that doesn't make sense. Maybe I guess they don't count it because he was a part of a group.
Yeah, maybe they add up their ages.
Yeah. Oh, maybe she was the youngest solo artist to hit.
Okay.
What she hit, because he probably didn't go solo until he was like 18, 19.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. My parents really didn't care about what I listened to.
At all?
Did your parents ever care about like
I always had headphones.
Comedy? I remember I would listen to Eminem and I would rename it different tracks.
Wow.
In iTunes and then download it to my iPod so that my mom wouldn't know I was listening to Eminem.
Do you remember what you would say Eminem's name was and like what the name of the song was?
No, I forget. It was probably like, the Beatles or something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh. Yeah, my parents never thought about my music whatsoever. They weren't really big on censorship except for like movies. I wasn't supposed to see things outside of the...
When did you guys start seeing R-rated movies?
Probably like 14, 15.
Same. Yeah.
I think I started a little younger.
I could tell.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You're gay, so...
Yeah, that's what happened.
Is that how it happened?
Yeah.
You watch R-rated movies.
Yeah.
If you look in the little text, people don't read the little
Dylan's
text.
parents, you let this happen.
Yeah.
You're worried about its music when you should have been worried about the movies.
I know. Shouldn't have watched The Godfather at 12.
That's how it starts.
Made me gay.
There's a lot of guys in The Godfather.
That's true. Yeah, that's the best thing about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. I was
Look at all these dudes.
halfway through the movie, I was like, something's different now.
I still haven't seen The Godfather.
I feel different now. You still haven't seen The Godfather?
Yeah.
It's a good one.
What did you think of The Godfather at 12? That's like
that's really weird.
I didn't really connect with it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But then when I saw it when I was older, it was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there were a lot of movies I liked when I was younger that were R-rated. Oh, one of my favorite movies that my parents felt comfortable getting me was the Simpsons movie. Because it was like PG-13, but it felt R-rated.
How old were you when the Simpsons movie came out?
This was later. I guess I just liked the Simpsons movie.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was one thing that we were censored on. We weren't allowed to watch The Simpsons. I don't know why.
Really?
I think it was less about the content and more about... My mom had this thing about being white trash, and I think she associated The Simpsons with that.
I can see that. I mean, they're dysfunctional.
Yeah.
That's, that and Sesame Street are the first two shows I ever watched.
They're so vastly different.
Yeah, but yeah, my older brothers would watch The Simpsons and I would be there, and I think my parents initially were like, yeah, it's a cartoon.
Yeah.
And like I didn't really get most of the off-color stuff anyway. I just liked when Homer got hurt. And Bart was a little rascal.
Yeah.
And yeah, some of my fondest memories to this day. I don't even remember the jokes. Yeah, just laughing with my brothers.
I remember getting a season of Family Guy for Christmas.
Family Guy was great.
Yeah. And it was like season 3 or 4, which I think was like one of the best seasons, in my opinion. And it was just, it's the season that had that joke where Peter tries to pick up a frog with a box. There's a frog that's dead in his room and then an open window. And he doesn't want to touch the frog. So he tries sliding it up with this box and it falls like 1,000,000 times. And he gets really close and then it'll fall. It's great.
That's just good old-fashioned comedy.
Yeah.
Family Guy before it got canceled was really, really good.
Yeah. I watch it now and it's just like, you can just tell it's just like a room full of writers that like aren't that funny.
Yeah. Well, also it kind of just became more and more of a imitation of itself.
Yeah. It feels like they're trying to keep the pace of it versus actually the quality.
Right. Yeah.
Because the thing about it was the jokes were so fast, and they kind of like stopped caring about what the jokes were and more just making sure it stayed fast.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. That's you see a lot of that problem in a lot of stand-up of like, I'll be watching some stand-ups where I'm like, they are talking like a comedian. You know what I mean? Like they're talking in the pace of a comedian.
Yeah.
And
like
with
the
the inflections.
right.
Yeah, the cadence is right. And like, if you're not paying attention, the audience will kind of, you know, because it's like all these cues where like, that was the joke, laugh.
Right. Yeah.
But nothing is funny that they're doing.
I've seen this. Yeah.
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 People can talk like comedians and then they're just not, you know?
Yeah.
Or just not funny, because that's what I think about like Instagram reels too. Like sometimes I'm like, the cadence works, but like, is what they're saying at all a joke?
Well, Instagram especially is so formulaic anyways. People are so concerned about meeting the algorithm. It makes sense that they're more focused on that.
Do you think there's such a thing as a naturally funny cadence?
What do you mean?
Well, it is interesting because, yeah, it'll be like the cadence of stand-up. I've seen it a lot. But it's like, is that cadence funny in and of itself?
No.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I think it's just that people are so dumb. They're like, oh, this sounds right.
Well, yeah, it does lend to moments where laughter makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially because it's not just cadence, it's also tonal, right?
But isn't that
Up
a part
on the
of the
setup,
cadence?
down on the punchline. Not necessarily, no. No, I don't think it's part of the cadence. Cadence is like rhythm. Boop, ba, 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 boop. Like you say. Yeah.
Yeah. Something about it, because I'm on the bone.
Whoa. You're like the best comedian I've ever seen.
Yeah. I'm not gay, but I might suck a dick. Just kidding. I wouldn't, but I'd get fucked in the ass. Oh.
That's actually pretty good.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
that, yeah.
Yeah.
You don't say that on stage already?
No, this is the industry. This is it would be hilarious.
It's so stupid.
That's what, like if people say like, oh, you don't do like gay stuff or whatever. It's like straight guys always have that joke that's I'm not gay, but I do something gay.
Right.
And then, not gay. And then the twist is, I'm gay.
Right.
But always with the overarching, I'm not actually gay. That would be disgusting.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah. And people love that humor.
Mm-hmm.
Have you tried doing a straight version of that? Where like, I'm not straight.
Oh, that would be good.
That's a really funny bit.
Sometimes I
bet you would work.
I mean, it's really funny for a gay person to do a bit about making fun of themselves for being straight sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll be changing a tire.
Yeah. Sometimes I'll be changing a tire. Sometimes a woman will pass by when I'm kneeling and I'll catch a whiff and I'll... and I won't get fully hard, but there's a couple more drops in there.
More drops.
A blood,
You just have to pee?
Gotcha.
Oh.
Yeah, we all work. Well, Sam, we were talking about that documentary and Sex Drive.
Oh, the twin documentary. Where,
twin documentary on Netflix.
Where they're both on 2 different diets. Have you seen it? No. You haven't. So do you know the premise?
It's twins and they're on 2 different diets.
So they're both eating healthy diets. They're both eating well-balanced diets, but one is completely vegan and the other one is on one that has meat in it, but it's like a regular omnivore diet.
Okay.
And they're both also working out at the same rate. They have them doing workouts as well.
Okay.
So that's important, I think.
Yeah.
And then they compare their results at the end of 3 months, I want to say.
I think 8 weeks or
8 weeks. It's not, honestly, it's not very scientific. None of it, like, there's no control.
Twins. They're twins. What are you talking about?
That's the other thing. There's no like one person who's just living a normal life at like the way they were living. Like there's a third triplets.
Triplets.
They needed triplets because you need a control. There's no control.
Yeah. They could have done the Verzi triplets.
They could have done the Verzi triplets.
They would love to do it.
That would be a really fun sketch for them to do a thing off of the show. Because I think a lot of people watch that documentary.
Like one does vegan, one omnivore, and the other lives as a heroin addict.
Yeah.
That's the control.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's the results of the documentary?
Basically, at least in this pseudo study, veganism, if a vegan diet leads to more of a sexual appetite.
Pretty much everything's better on the vegan diet. They also have higher...
except for, I think, on average, the people on the meat diet gained more muscle.
Yeah.
Except for...
A couple people did.
A couple people did more muscle on vegan, but they were eating a shit ton.
Yeah. It was really hard for the vegans to get enough. They were supposed to... The vegans had to eat way more food in a day in order to gain muscle.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
The trainer who was vegan, though, looked amazing. They had this one trainer who had been a vegan his whole life, and you would never imagine he was a vegan. Like, he was, like, all bulky and, like, crazy.
Yeah. Hot as fuck.
Yeah, he was really hot. Probably gay, though.
No.
Is he kind of gay?
No, I think there's so many guys out there that just like
hot.
to seem gay for
the
pussy.
clout.
Yeah.
Oh. I guess that's.
I think he's one of those guys. Yeah, I'm eating a mushroom sandwich. I'm not a threat. And
so
then,
why did we bring up the twins?
Because we're talking about sexual appetites, and sexual appetites goes into blood flow. That's what this guy was saying. It's like blood flow is really, and that's when I said more drops in my penis after a woman passes me when I'm kneeling.
Right, your great stand-up
That makes
bit.
sense.
Yeah, my great stand-up bit where it's like I'm straight, but
and then you don't do something straight. But you do.
Yeah. It would be such a meta bit to do.
Yeah.
Because they'd have to understand.
It would definitely be more for comedians.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The weirdest thing about how they measured the sex, like, during the twin thing,
they brought twins in a room.
What was the measurement?
And they gave them an iPad, and they're like, just look up porn.
And they watch porn, and then they have a heat sensor like at their vagina.
Yeah,
because they only did it with the women. Really?
Yeah.
Because they were more interested in the women than in the men. Because apparently, it's already been proven that men get hornier when they eat less meat. Or something.
It is already proven?
There was a whole thing about it. I was only
It's
half
weird that they didn't include that.
It was weird they didn't.
It was definitely slanted towards like, it was like a veganism.
It was very
documentary
pro-veganism. And there were a lot of like stuff about factory farming in it and how it's ruining the environment.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's the liberals' push to get me to not eat beef.
Yeah.
And all I do is eat beef.
I know.
You want me to change my life? I already changed my life to eat beef.
That was so hard.
Yeah. Yeah, so basically, I'm getting hornier by the day. But I could be even hornier if I was vegan.
Well, I thought you're eating mostly beef right now, and you say you're getting hornier.
Yeah.
So...
Do you find it advantageous to be hornier?
No, I hate it.
Yeah.
No, I'm just like in bed like a cat, like just like rubbing up against my bed. Sometimes I'll like turn over and I'll just like turn in a really comfortable position and I'll accidentally like lay on my pillow. I'm like, you know, just fucking, it's not productive at all. I'm just horny.
Yeah.
And in bed. It's crazy.
Yeah. I've fucked my bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does that ever happen with women? Like, do you ever like find a little knob on the bed?
I used to have that back when like I was 13 and it was, you know, you're first being introduced to horniness, but not so much when you're older. Like as a woman, it's available normally.
Yeah, but you don't ever like just like roll over and you got your hands in between your legs.
Yeah, this isn't even like fully conscious sometimes.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's like horny zombie.
Yeah. Yeah.
No. I mean, not me, but maybe other women out there.
And then the key to it is just jerking off and then you unload and then that's it. But it's like, then it's like a whole thing, you know?
Sure.
Yeah, you guys have like baggage when you unload.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just a chore.
Yeah.
Why does cum get cold so quickly?
I don't know. You've talked about this.
It's weird, right? Because it's so fast how quickly cum gets cold. I have talked about it before. I talk about this a lot. Why is it?
It's in your body.
Well, that's the thing. It starts warm, but it gets cold so fast.
Maybe it's right on the threshold of like what is warm and what is cold that it seems like a starker difference because it's like just above the median. The cum's just above the median.
And I guess also everything else is dry.
Comedian. Yeah. That could be, an explanation.
It could be. Because then pee stays warm for longer. I don't know what poop's deal is.
Wait, pee stays warm for longer than cum?
Yeah.
How did you test this?
And ever like a bottle of piss?
Pee in a cup or something. Or yeah, or in like a bottle.
Oh yeah, pee in a cup is always warm.
Yeah.
But pee in a cup is all together. You ever jizzing into a cup? Like that would be a good scientific experiment.
But I'll jizz into a sock and a sock should stay warm. It's a sock.
Yeah, but it's not all together. It's kind of dispersed.
No, it's kind of together.
You should start jizzing into cups.
Yeah, Jeffrey.
And just think about what that feels like in your hand compared to...
And then piss in the cup.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
And then...
Nothing like some
then
jizz swimming around in pee, huh? The size of jizz and pee.
Yeah, so you jizz, and then naturally after you jizz, you kind of have to piss anyway.
Right.
So then you just piss, and then you put on a timer. When the jizz comes out, you put it in one cup, start the timer, start the clock. Then you piss in a cup.
You need some thermometers too.
Start the clock.
We got to get on Netflix.
Yeah.
Scientific.
This is real science. Yeah. What they did, that was fake.
We got 8 people who that have no similarities.
Except being able to jizz.
We had them piss and cum.
What's the most of your body fluids that have ever been together at once?
Like outside the toilet?
Huh?
Like outside the toilet?
No, in the toilet. In the toilet counts.
Probably vomit.
No, I'm saying like because you've had your cum and your pee mix before, right?
Yeah.
You ever came into your pee?
Yeah.
Have you ever came into your poop and pee?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Have you?
Yeah. And then there's definitely been a time where I blew my nose and into like some toilet paper and then threw that in it. So now we're at 4.
Oh, okay. Wait, okay. So
I was confused about this.
Yeah, me too.
I thought you meant like the most in general,
Just
like
total
the
bodily
quantity
fluid?
of.
That's probably barf. Yeah,
Yeah.
probably barf for that. I mean, I've taken some big shits.
Okay, so let me.
And then when sometimes you ever take a big piss into a big shit, that's a lot.
That's a lot.
That is a lot. But let me.
Actually, normally I pee before I shit. Like if I'm going to do them both together, the pee comes out first.
No, I think I normally shit then pee. But sometimes I'll shit then pee, then shit then pee.
Well, that's happened to everyone.
Yeah.
The thing that I have a question about, Jeffrey.
Don't worry about it.
Is if you had your poo, pee, cum and snot together at once.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
How do you get to that order? Because I imagine
So
it's
you
gotta
take a shit.
That's very
So you take a shit and you're on your phone for too long
pissed.
and you're not thinking.
You take a shit and piss.
Yeah.
But you're still on the toilet. So how does cum get
you're
in
on
there
Instagram,
before
you're
you
looking
flush?
at pretty ladies. You don't think about it.
Do you ever jerk off sitting on the toilet?
Oh yeah, that's how
I
Derek
have.
does it.
Yeah.
Just airing out his life.
So then when you come, do you just put it in the?
Yeah, you gotta stand.
Yeah, actually, I'm curious as to how that happens too.
So you gotta. For me personally, I do have to because I have to get a little bit away from the lip or the mouth. That
You have to give your penis some
front lip.
space.
Bragging.
So you gotta.
Yeah, you do gotta.
So you gotta get on your toes a little bit and then kind of aim, and then normally there's some pee after that, so you can pee the cum.
You guys need some cum rags.
No, I normally
I do
that,
sock
but-
when I'm in a rush.
Yeah.
So Derek and I have like an overabundance of comedy store shirts.
Shout out comedy.
And I just keep them in a basket underneath the bed. And anytime you need something, it's there.
A shirt is great for a cum rag.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
And I just throw it in the wash. But there's like 10 of them that are just under my bed for whenever.
That's great. That is great.
Anyway, then sometimes like, what if like I stand up to like wipe after I've
Oh God.
came and snotted into my piss shit.
Well, it's just
So then,
it's
what if
just
there's like a little blood in the wipe? So then that's blood. So we're up to 5 now.
Okay, but that's the
Wait,
thing.
where'd the blood come from?
You ever like wipe to? You've had a bloody wipe.
No.
You've
What are
never
you
wiped.
eating?
You've never wiped to the point of blood.
No, I guess I'm not wiping hard enough. Do you wipe to the point of blood?
That's
Sometimes.
never happened to you.
What's the
You've
point
never-
of having the bidet if you?
I don't have a bidet.
What's the point of having the
wipes?
baby wipes if you're gonna bleed?
Sometimes I bleed from the baby wipes.
But
Sometimes
the baby wipes
it'll
have
get,
aloe in them, don't they?
Sometimes the baby wipes will get it wet and then it's dry. The drying process, you try to over dry, and then that's what gets it to blood.
Man.
Yeah.
Okay,
Don't you just wipe until there's no more poop?
I have another question
Anyway,
for you,
then
Jeffrey.
I start to eat it, and that's when I throw up.
Let's not
That's when
be
I throw
gross.
up, and
We've
then
we've
I'm up to
managed
6 because I throw up in it.
we've managed to get through 34 minutes and 40 seconds without being gross. Let's not start being gross now.
Then my wife starts to go into labor.
There's placenta everywhere.
Does that count as blood or placenta? Are we? That's
a
a
separate
body part.
thing.
Yeah, that's a
Placenta?
body part.
But it's like a fluid body part,
Ooh,
right?
have you ever cried
think
into your piss, shit, and cum?
I don't think my tears have ever mixed with anything else other than snot.
I think my cum is mixed with tears.
Yeah?
Yeah, for sure.
Your tears or someone else's?
Either. I think both.
Huh. That must have been a good cum.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I've definitely had my tears in someone else's cum for sure.
This has been really enlightening.
Yeah. But
sweat.
Okay, but my question
sweat
for
count.
you before we move on,
You try so fast.
I really need to know
Don't worry about it.
on the shit on the shit piss cum snot blood.
Yeah.
When you come into the toilet, why don't you just flush the shit?
Well, not thinking about it,
But there's just a huge smelly shit.
The heat of the moment.
Aren't you ever worried about
shit.
clogging it?
Yeah.
It's my shit, though.
Right.
You
don't get grossed out by your own shit, like smell-wise?
No.
It doesn't
if
bother
it's
me
like
at all.
a really bad one, I'll at least be concerned. If it's like smells different than it normally does.
Yeah, I'll get embarrassed, but it doesn't bother
for sure,
me.
Yeah.
I don't keep the poop in the potty at all.
Do you
Really?
Do you look at the poop? Do you look at it at least?
Yeah, you don't want to know what's going on in
Yeah,
there?
sometimes I'll look.
Yeah.
I look at my poop usually.
I think we all look at our poop.
You gotta look at it.
Yeah.
But sometimes I'll just like, especially if I get like diarrhea or something, the second it comes out of me, I'm flushing. It's like a portal that
Oh, no.
I'm
goes
not getting a good look at it even.
Oh, yeah. If it's diarrhea, I have to look at it.
Yeah.
That's even more important. I'm like, what the fuck was that?
That's interesting. Yeah, I guess I'm kind of just naturally when I poop, I just go. I poop comes down, and before it hits the water, there's already a turbine.
Yeah, but aren't you worried about it splashing up onto your ass?
No.
I don't want to flush while my butt's sitting down because I'm fear of splatter.
Oh, you stand up flush?
I stand.
Yeah,
to
I wipe.
I wipe standing up.
Yeah, I'll wipe standing up too. I feel like I really need to check it out.
Whoa.
I do like the first couple wipes sitting down, and then I'll stand up so I can really get in there.
Okay.
I stand up
The whole time?
Yeah. So if there was some if we're talking diarrhea or something like that, where I'm like worried that it's gonna like drip.
Oh yeah.
Then I'm not standing up. I don't want it to drip and then deal with that.
Right.
But other than that, I stand up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I have another. Oh, well, you guys don't sit down to pee. Never mind. That's
good.
That's not a question to ask.
I'll sit.
I was gonna
down
say, do you
sometimes.
use a squatty potty when you pee? But you guys don't sit down.
I
to
don't
pee.
even have a squatty potty.
What?
Sometimes I'll stand on the squatty potty to pee just to feel taller. See what it's like to pee as a tall man.
What's it like?
Powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah. You really and more splash too.
How tall are you? 5'4", 5'5"?
7.
5'7"?
Probably like
4'8".
5'4", 5'5". Yeah.
4'4", 5'5".
How tall are you?
4, 5, 5.
4, 5, 5,
5, 4, 5, 5.
5, 4, 5.
Do I seem taller?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't actually. I said 7, and I was like, that doesn't make sense.
You're
We're
a
pretty
very
close.
compact, handsome man.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Worst kind. Yeah.
Yeah. We should expand your
Did you
handsome.
have you seen that picture of handsome Jeffrey?
No, where's that?
It's the
Is
picture
it-
you thought you looked. You were trying to. Jeffrey was
trying to look
doing it
stupid.
a bit, and he
I
was trying to look
dumb,
stupid,
and
he
then I
looked
got
handsome.
like so many compliments on Instagram.
Wait.
Everyone's like, "Oh, you look so
It's
good."
on
I'm like, I was
Instagram?
trying to look like an idiot. What are you talking
How
about?
could you have a picture on Instagram that's not the picture I see all the time?
It was like in a story.
Oh, yeah, show me handsome Jeffrey.
Yeah, but
He has beautiful eyes. Every
yeah,
time
I
I take a
thought-
picture of Jeffrey, I'm like stunned by his eyes.
Jeffrey, can you look at the camera and just kind of show them your eyes? Try to be dumb again so they can get the picture. And then, if you send me that picture, I'll add that in at
Can you do it a little dumber?
here. Yeah.
I think I see it. Is the dumbness the secret to handsomeness?
That's what we were talking about. We were talking
maybe.
about vacancy as being really
Ah.
attractive. Like,
See if I can find it in here.
That's true. Yeah, because when you do a sexy face, it normally is a vacant face.
There you go. I was trying to look
Oh
stupid.
man, you do look nice.
I was trying to look like an
I
idiot.
mean, I don't
Yeah.
think you look like specifically any more good than you normally look, but it is like
I think
a
he
little
looks better.
slightly.
There's something about it.
Yeah, there's something about the.
You also
vacantness.
got your head tilted, which is an attractive thing. People like to. It's like vulnerable.
Also, the color scheme is nice
Yeah,
because you have
it
the
is
colors
a
break
credit to
up.
Antonio who took it as well.
Yeah.
I like that picture you took of me for the passport that they didn't use.
Oh, the one I took.
Yeah, like the one where I look good, and then they're like, "No, you can't use this
And
one."
then
And
they
then they
made
took
you
it on
use-
me, and I'm like I look like I couldn't look worse.
You look like a criminal in some Eastern European country.
Yeah, but not even like a criminal in like a cool way. I
You look like one of the people from like Taken that wasn't.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
It was doing the
I
taking.
just sent it to you. I don't think I have my passport photo here. You have my passport photo.
I think
do.
I have yours
I carry
too.
it with me.
Great. We all have my passport
I
photo.
think it's the one I have framed at my house.
I carry Jeffrey's passport photo.
That's the one where I don't look bad. I'm saying the
Oh,
one.
no, that is a good one, yeah. I
I
like that
went in
picture.
and they're like, no, this doesn't work. We'll take it.
I
And
keep
then it's
Jeffrey's
like,
passport
it
photo
looks
everywhere I
so
go.
Yo, the passport photo is so wild. You're right. The one I have is much nicer. It's the one I took.
Yeah.
It's funny because sometimes people will see that I have a picture in here, and I feel like it makes me look like a hitman.
You should put it in like your wallet or something.
Yeah, I look.
Because it's not like a photo, like it's not like, oh, I'm dating this person or this is someone special to me. This is the hit. Like my phone case is kind of see-through, so they'll just see a picture.
Should I send you the good passport photo? Are you going to use that?
I'm not going to carry it with
pod?
me. I've already got this one.
No, are you
No,
going to
for
use it in
the
the pod?
editing.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. I'll
When we
send you.
advertise Jeffrey's
Just
handsomeness.
so people can understand the humor.
Is this your ID?
Yes.
Let me see it.
It's expired.
Why do you keep an expired one? Because it's Colorado?
It's a whole thing. I need a new license.
You don't have a new license at all. You just
I can't
And
incriminate
illegal?
myself on the podcast.
okay.
It's not expired.
It's
But
not-
I'm technically have my motorcycle's license.
you can fit on a motorcycle.
They have big ones with 3 wheels.
Oh my god.
No, motorcycles are made for fat guys. Some of the bigger ones.
So much better.
Yeah, it's much
that
better.
is a good one.
They were like, no.
You have like just a little bit of a smile too.
Yeah, it's a good picture.
This one I have like a neck beard.
Yeah, you did.
This was me from 2018.
That's probably around the time I met you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Same. Yeah.
I'm right now, if I can share something with you guys,
Ooh.
I am the fittest or skinniest I've been since, I want to pull up the date.
Wow, you have your like weight in a calendar?
This is a little app that I've tracked over the years. Sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't. But I haven't been this weight since (2020).
Okay.
And then if I lose like 15 more pounds, 10 or 15 more pounds, beginning of 2019. Which I think I can do in the next 2 weeks. So if I lose another 15 pounds,
You lose 15 pounds in 2 weeks?
I got a lot to lose. Yeah.
But that's so fast.
Mm-hmm.
2 weeks is like...
I mean, that only happens in the beginning,
Oh, okay.
you know? And then over time, it's going to be like I'm losing, if I'm good,
Yeah.
4 pounds a week.
That's still a lot.
So it's
but
mostly
3
water
pounds a
weight up top, probably.
Maybe, but I think I just got a lot of fat.
Yeah,
and now
it's
that I'm in
ketosis.
ketosis,
Ketosis. Have you noticed anything, any
this
side
is,
effects to ketosis yet?
This is week 2 in ketosis. I felt like shit for a little while. And now I feel more energized. I'm hornier. I just feel like emptier, but in a good way. Like I feel like nothing's slogging me down. But I will say, without having sugar, sometimes I'll have a fruit.
Yeah.
And I can tell when I eat the fruit, it improves my mood a lot.
How do you know you're in ketosis? Are you doing the little pea strips?
No, but I just have been pretty strict with my diet.
Okay.
So I'm making assumptions.
All right.
that
Do you
I'm-
notice, and does your sweat or pee smell different?
I haven't noticed a change.
Because I used to do keto diet, I did like for 6 months. And that's why I had to stop because I couldn't handle the smell. I smelled so bad and my urine smelled so disgusting.
Was it like BO?
It was weird. I couldn't even explain it. It was like the worst BO I'd ever had. I'd wake up smelling that way and just smell terrible. And then I went to just low carb because I was like, I can't live like this anymore.
Yeah.
You don't want to be disgusted by yourself just to be hot. That's silly.
Right.
I disagree. I'm adamant on getting hot now.
Yeah.
It's the talking with guys online And like, I want to be treated like a person again.
You don't feel like you're treated like a person?
Amongst straight people, I do.
Oh.
You know, but even like, I remember.
You want to be a sex object.
A little bit, but like a fat sex object. Beefy. Okay. You know what I mean? Like,
although being treated like an object is still not being treated like a person.
I'm not looking for that.
You want to be treated like a better object, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I want to be treated like a better object. I will say the first time I lost weight, it is scary because you get treated significantly better.
Oh yeah.
In life.
Yeah.
When you start to lose weight and gain muscle.
Was it at all what I was experiencing at the gay bar?
Yes.
But where you want it?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Well, you still don't want it by some people.
Right.
Like some of the guys that were grabby with you, I was like, man, I wouldn't like that.
Right. And then some of the other guys were
but
like,
I would
he's
like,
so lucky.
Yeah. But I would like to be offended by someone's advances.
Mm.
You know?
Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, even though you're like, no. Even if you go, no, it's still like, God, they want me. You know? And I get wanted, but it's usually by men in third world countries. And I don't know if it's because they find me attractive or if they find like, oh, look at how plentiful.
He must be a king.
Yeah, he must be a king in his land. It's just me eating too much bread at McDonald's. You know? So, and then I go to the gym. Let me tell you guys this gym story. I joined a new gym.
Where's your gym?
Gold's Gym.
Nice. The one downtown?
I go to the one down south.
Okay.
For all you stalkers out there. And like I could tell, like, because I've been lifting now with the Rosh for like almost 3 months, just twice a week, but you know, and I have like a pretty strong base. So like I could tell people in the gym, they'd like, and then when I started lifting, they're like,
yeah.
There was so I was doing like pull downs for triceps, and there was this guy. Let me know if I'm the wrong guy in the situation. Okay. I go to the tricep machine. There's a water bottle next to it. I think it's the woman who's doing the rows on the other side of the machine.
Okay.
And so I do 3 full sets of 10 reps each, 3 sets, 3 or 4 sets. And this guy, as I'm finishing, this guy comes out and he's like, hey, man, I was just in the bathroom, actually.
You're not the wrong guy.
And I was like, yo, like, I got in 3 full sets with breaks in between.
Right.
If you're in the bathroom for that long, it's no longer your machine because you have a water bottle there.
Yeah, if you're in the bathroom, you don't get to claim the machine.
Yes.
Period.
Depends. This one...
If I can finish an entire...
Right.
3 sets?
Yeah.
How much is in your sets? Like 15?
No. So 10 reps.
Oh, 10 reps a set. Okay.
And I did 3 to 4 sets.
I mean, if you were done anyway, then who gives a fuck?
And then that machine was open because I was still finishing up exercises on another machine.
Yeah.
Maybe 1 or 2 sets there, and it was open. I was like, ooh, I'm going to go to that right after this.
I just also don't think you can claim a machine. Like, you can't leave your water bottle there and assume that...
No, you can't claim the machine. If you're not at the machine...
Yeah.
And unless it's like, you know, you're going to get things to wipe it or, you know, whatever. Yes. I don't think. And plus, like, it was so funny because this guy was like, you know, he was like all gym bro-y. And I was doing way more weight than he was doing. So I was like, I got an entire set in with more weight. Don't come up to me like you're shit, bitch. This is ketosis talking.
This is ketosis.
I'm angry all the time, and I'm becoming something else now.
Okay. Because, yeah, I mean, you don't know what kind of exercise he was doing. Even you don't know if he was doing controlled reps or he was doing, like, high volume.
He wasn't doing fucking shit. He was on his phone in the bathroom taking a shit. And, I know it's peak hours at the gym, but this is Mindsies because I have a water bottle laying in a vague
that's
place.
bullshit.
Well,
during peak
shouldn't
hours.
be surprised that it got taken.
Yeah.
But I'm just thinking, like today, like I'm on this program right now where I'll do like 10 sets of 10. So the odds that I have to go to the bathroom in that time are high.
Yeah, but if you came back and someone else is using the machine, you'd understand why.
If it was the squat rack I was on today, I would be kind of pissed. Yeah.
How do you establish that you're working on the machine?
I did have more than just a. Well, it's not a machine, but it is equipment. But I mean, yeah, I had I had a bottle, phone.
Oh, okay. There's a lot of stuff there.
Sweater, t-shirt. I was wearing a thermal.
Well, that's the thing is the water bottle was in the corner, so and it was like a purple and pink water bottle, so I naturally assumed that the woman doing rows, because it's like one of those things where you can be working on all three sides of like a small area. So I was like, oh, pink, purple, woman doing rows. That belongs to her.
Yeah, that makes sense.
What other context clues would I have that this machine's not open?
Sure. I mean, you could have said to her, hey, is anyone on this? Although I think there's a good chance
if
she
I
would have
was
said
Gandhi.
no.
She would have thought no, too. No, I think you were totally in the right. You know what I really hate is you see people on the machine.
Oh, you're part of the problem.
You are part of the problem.
Yeah.
Do you ever see people on machines and they just they're not doing it anymore, but they're sitting there on their phone?
Yes.
I fucking hate those people.
Yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with them?
Right.
Also, it's busy. You probably had to wait to get on the machine in the first place.
It was 5 p.m. on a weekday.
That's crazy.
The one thing I can't stand is people who save the machine before they're on it. I have seen that.
Oh,
and
so that they
drives me
can
up
do like a bunch of different things at once?
No, that I actually support.
I'm not against
I'm cool
it.
with supersetting.
It's
I
just
superset, but
you should be considerate that other people are going to probably not realize you're using something.
right.
During peak hours.
Especially during peak hours.
Right. But no, this was just a guy. He was like, well, I'm on that next, so I'm on it now, was basically what he was doing. Yeah. And he had like his whole backpack on there. There was nowhere to be found. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I hate that guy.
Gold's Gym only allows string bags.
Really?
Mm-hmm. On the floor.
What's that mean? Oh, on the floor.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
And take up less space.
But I don't know. I am in favor of supersets as well, where you go one exercise right to the next. So, yeah. I mean, you shouldn't be doing more than 2 of those. So ultimately, you're not taking that much time with any of the equipment. But yeah.
I think the trick with that is you got to go with a buddy, and then you guys can alternate.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
See,
and then
that's
it's not
courteous.
a problem whatsoever.
It's not a problem.
Right. Well, then it's like, well, we could also just be 2 separate people on these machines.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
wouldn't have a problem. So if you have a problem with this, then
Get over
get
yourself.
fucked.
yeah.
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 Get fucking fucked.
Not ketosis, Dylan's crazy.
I know.
That's
And
why your
it's
pee doesn't stink. It's coming out of your mind.
Yeah, it is. I've harnessed the power of negativity.
It's good for you.
I think so.
Burns
I think
all
it's
the
going to give
calories.
Lee a lot of confidence.
Before negativity was using you, and now you're using negativity.
Exactly. What a shitty day. Everyone fucking sucks. I'm not the problem.
Yeah, that is exercise.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, you can't do that with yoga. I guess that's why I'm not as into yoga.
Yeah, yoga's more about
put my
acceptance,
negative
it feels
emotions
I
like.
like
into
that.
Yeah.
I like walking away feeling like, oh, the world's not so bad.
Yeah, I think it's healthy to do both, probably. And it's also good for people who lift weights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is a good alternative, not alternative, but supplemental.
Yeah, you got to have duality.
It helps with muscle recovery.
Yeah. I used to take my brother to yoga when he was wrestling because we would just go. And also he wanted to look at the butts. That's normally how I advertise it to men. I'm like, there's a lot of women in yoga pants. And they're like, that sounds good.
Yeah. I'm going to be horny and angry for about a half a year.
Good for you.
Thank you. Have you guys noticed any effects on my behavior? I think, Jeffrey, you spent more time with me recently. Have you noticed any changes?
Nah.
No?
No, you're more irritable.
You seem more confident,
Really?
but I think that's you were always irritable, and it's just now you're confident about your irritableness.
Yeah, I'm tired of apologizing for being a piece of shit. Like, honestly, like I have to accept that I have flaws, and there are things I can do to like be a better person, but at the same time, I have to accept the flaws within myself.
That's very yoga.
Yeah.
To accept yourself where you are.
Yeah, because that's where I'm at, and I'm tired of apologizing for where I'm at.
Yeah.
Like constantly toiling over like my own morality, when it doesn't get me anything. It doesn't do anything except me stew over my own morality. Whereas now that I'm in ketosis, I can accept that, like, yeah, I'm not a good person necessarily, and that's okay. It doesn't mean that I shouldn't want to improve, but it also doesn't mean that I have to stew on those feelings all the time. Yeah, I'm a piece of shit, but so are you. This is how I'm a piece of shit right now. And I'm not going to apologize for that to you, to the audience, to viewers of the Dylan Sullivan Show.
I think also what's interesting is that you had the feeling that you need to apologize before when no one was really ever asking you to apologize. So more you're just accepting yourself because you were the one asking yourself to apologize. So you're getting out of your own way.
Yeah. Yes.
Is this the Dylan Sullivan Show?
I don't know.
It could be. We should call it that.
I don't know. I don't know if we're doing a separate pod. I don't know if.
I don't really know what we do.
Yeah.
I just like that we get together.
We're the MOMCATS.
I like when we post clips and people are like, "Where's the full thing? I want to see this." And it's like, you wish.
You'll never see. You'll never fucking see the full episode. We have had so many episodes. Would you guys be comfortable doing the MOMCATS under the Dylan Sullivan Show brand?
Ooh, you could do
Like
Dylan
YMH
Sullivan
and
Show
podcast.
presents the MOMCATS.
Jeffrey, how do you feel about that?
Does that mean you get a larger cut of the millions of dollars?
Yes.
Wait, why do you get a larger cut?
Because his name's in it.
Because my name.
But I'm the only woman, and it's called MOMCATS.
Yeah, but we're all
women.
We're all MOMCATS.
We can all be women if we want to.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
For the hour.
It's fair.
Yeah, I was a woman for an hour and a half today. Fuck you.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm not always straight, but every once in a while,
Yeah.
I'm a woman for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
All that.
Well, that's cool. How have you, because you're on the carnivore diet, so have you noticed any changes in like mood or your overall, any changes in general?
Well, I've made so many changes in the new year. I can't honestly attribute them all to the carnivore diet. I think my energy is higher, but although I wonder like if that's also because of no weed. But I don't need a nap during the day. Like even though I normally would nap, like now if I lay down for a nap, I barely ever get past 20 minutes. Even if I only had 6 hours of sleep or less the night before, I try to get at least 6. And my mood is really good, but I think that has more to do with one of my resolutions was to journal in the morning and at night every day. Because I always put so much pressure on myself to write more comedy. And then I sit down and I write and I feel like I get nowhere. I'm not doing anything. And so I was just like, I should just write a page in the morning and at night every day, no matter what. And that way it's just a free writing time. And if it's a journal, it's a journal. If it's a joke, it's a joke. And I think that has really elevated my mood.
Because you're clearing out all the negative shit of the
Clearing
day?
out all the negative shit. And if I run out of stuff to write on the page, I just write mantras, like till I get to the end of the page. Like, I've been doing this one thing every day. I wake up and I think I told you guys this. I say, my name is Sam Lopez and only good things happen to me.
Oh, that's cool.
Yo, it fucking is dope.
Really?
It changes the first time I did, and this is why I kept doing it. The first time I did it, I had seen it like someone say something like that on a reel, and I tried it in the comedy mothership bathroom, and like literally within 15 minutes, Ron White asked me to open for him. like the next day.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah. And so then I was like, oh, this shit works. And so I do it like every day. And in my journal, when I get to the, like, I don't have anything else to write, I'll just write a bunch of those, like either that or other things that I want. Like I'll be like, my name is Sam Lopez. I'm a prolific writer. Or my name is Sam Lopez. I'm the best comedian in the world. Like just anything that like uplifts me.
Positive affirmations.
Yeah. Just positive affirmations. And so I'm doing that twice a day, just built in. And so I think that has elevated my mood. But maybe carnivore has also done that.
Well, it seems like you got a lot of things working towards you being happier, healthier.
Yeah, it's funny when you just do the things you're supposed to do, like exercise and eat right, like just things fall into place. Like the journaling thing even, it's like I always knew, you know, every therapist I ever went to was like, you should journal. And then you're like, oh yeah, I guess that does work.
Yeah, it does too. Especially when I get really anxious, I write it down, like all my fears, anxieties, terrible thoughts. And then after, I feel like,
You just relaxed.
yeah.
It's not swirling.
Yeah. I get the swirlies a lot, especially at night.
That's when it's like really hard because you're like, do I go to bed or do I swirl some more?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
And ultimately, most people swirl more.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm also not doing screens an hour before bed.
Ooh, that's really nice.
That's really hard to do because Derek and I like to watch shows together.
Yeah.
So every once in a while I mess up, but most nights I like
Read.
I'll either read or I'll like try to do more like bedtime routine-y stuff. And I have this playlist, I call it Jazz for Bed, and it's like soft jazz, and I'll play that, and that like gets me vibing out to go to bed.
Nice. That's cool. That's a good routine. How about you, Jeffrey? Jeffrey, you're a man of routine.
You're really routine.
Kinda, yeah. I mean,
You're pretty like
more in the
religious
morning.
about your routine.
Night, I don't have much of a routine. Maybe I need more of one.
I don't know.
Night,
You're pretty
it's like-
rigid in your routines, and I'm sure that
You're
serves
more
you
of
well.
a morning routine than a night routine.
Yeah,
I've noticed.
exactly.
You're
Yeah.
right.
Night, it's like brush my teeth. All right.
What does your morning routine look like?
Morning routine, I stretch and do some exercises. Coffee, read the Bible.
You're still reading the Bible?
It's really long.
Yeah.
A lot of it's not that good.
Do you read
Especially
it?
the beginning. Or like the middle, I guess.
Yeah, like the stuff where it's just a lot of names. It's like, this is... I guess I'm just doing this to wake my brain up.
You're just reading Chronicles.
That's exactly the one I'm on. It's Chronicles. And it like started being a story for a little while, and now it's back to the names. It was names for like
What
9
was the story?
chapters.
Is it about like Seth or
David.
something? Oh, David.
Yeah, so it's like 9 chapters, and that's like talking about David for a while. And it's like, thank God, no more names. It's 9 chapters of just ancient names, and now it's back to the names. I had like 3 chapters of not names.
You got to know who begat who.
Why
gotta.
the Bible?
Sometimes I like it. When it's not like name stuff, I like it because it's good to kind of meditate on certain things. Yeah.
You like the stories within the Bible because they teach lessons, or
Yeah, and also, I mean, it's interesting historically as well. You know, I read all the annotations.
Mm-hmm.
so you read
I
an
don't-
annotated version of the Bible?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So I read. So I read a chapter with annotations each morning normally.
Mm.
Yeah. And
And then after that, like, do you wake up, read, or do you wake up?
normally that's when
pissed?
I'm having my first coffee. I feed X before any of this. These days I wake up, feed X, go back to bed, then the next time I wake up and feed him again is when I do this stuff, and then I'll play with him for a little bit, and then it's on to whatever the first thing of the day is. Yeah, today it was the gym.
My morning routine consists of waking up, watching 2,000 Instagram reels, trying to go back to sleep, taking a 20 to 30 minute nap. I wake up and I piss because I've been drinking a lot of water lately. Been water city over here. And then, I'll watch 1,000 Instagram reels. Sometimes I have a voiceover audition in the morning. So I'll wake up, come out here, do the voice audition. Then I'm getting bogged down by requests for other people from other people for me to do things for them. Part of me wants to be a helpful person, and the other part of me is like, I got to put my own routine above people.
What do people want you to do?
It's little things. Like right now, everyone's coming in town and asking me to help them out with shows.
Sure.
Oh.
Yeah.
And by help them out with the shows, you mean like you are the person that talks to the booker, or do you just send them a list of bookers?
I send them bookers, but then some people, like there's a guy who's the homie who we both know, who's like, hey, they didn't respond. And I was like, because then it's like, okay, well now you're asking me to send 3 separate messages.
Right. Yeah.
And I'm getting all those messages all the time, which means those bookers are getting messages all the time from me. And then it's like, I don't want to be a source of their...
And also
I don't
you
want
want
to
them
be
to book
that
you
person.
too and
Yeah.
not be annoyed by you.
Right. I don't want them to be annoyed by me all the time.
I guess that is the benefit of the routine, is it also does force me to be like, no, I'm doing this thing for me now.
Yeah. That's what I need.
Yeah.
Is I think along with this aggression that I'm having and new confidence is also a year of me saying no to shit, because I'm terrible at saying no to people. And that's something I really want to get good at, is less people pleasing, because I wouldn't need this if I was a stable, balanced person, but I'm not. And it takes a lot, at least for me, to mentally and physically take care of myself. You know?
Yeah. I think
you shouldn't have to message the bookers. Because if you send people, do you send them like the link to the account, or do you just send the names?
I send the names and shows. I go, this person runs this show on this date. This person that runs this show on this date. This person runs this show.
I don't tell them the names of the shows. I go to like, okay, let's take a booker like Bianca for instance. I'll be like, I'll go to her account.
Shouts out Laugh Higher.
Laugh High. Whatever.
Laugh Higher.
Laugh Higher.
She helped me a lot for my shows. So thank you,
She runs
Bianca.
great shows. Everyone go to Bianca's shows. Bianca Parado, great comedian, great shows.
Yes.
So I'll go and I'll look at her account, and they have that thing where you can send the account to a person. I send the account, and then when you're sending the account, you can leave a message, and I write the days that she has shows, and that's all I give. And I go, Bianca runs Wednesdays, Fridays, Sundays, or whatever. I think that's what she has. And that's all I do. And if she doesn't respond back to that person, I don't know what you want me to do. It's not my. I'm not your booker. I'm not your agent.
Right.
Yeah.
I can send you all the people that I think run good shows, and you should try hitting up. And I know also I only send people that I also know book out of towners a lot. Like I'll send Lucas always books out of towners, it feels like. So I'll send Lucas his name. But also I never know when his shows are. So I'm just like, try Lucas.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's the thing, is sometimes even the message itself is such a mental thing for me, because I have to wrap my head around like all the questions that comes along with. And then that's just a time eater. At the same time, then I go with this morality question of, but I need to be a helpful person all the time. I need to always help. Because it's good to be a helpful person. But at the same time, I'm trapped in bed with a fucking debilitating depression. So I need to be like, no, I got to get up and do the shit. And when I start my day reading one of those messages, and then it's like, then I have to have the moral debate on whether I'm being a helpful person, or if I'm a good person or not, if I do or don't. You know? It's paralyzing.
I don't even answer texts or really look at texts or anything like that until I'm done with my routine.
Yeah, you shouldn't even look at your phone for a while.
I also, at this point, I try to keep my phone away from the bed. That's nice. Yeah, my phone's like in my walk-in closet.
How do you wake up? Do you have an
alarm? Yeah.
You have a real alarm clock?
Yeah, and then my cat follows me to turn it off.
Okay.
Every time. Even when I hit snooze, he'll like come back with me to the bed, and then it goes off 9 minutes later, and he follows me to the alarm again.
Oh,
I fucking hate him.
Oh my god, you guys are so in love.
A weak, needy bitch.
Yeah.
Like what you're saying, it's such a sad feeling that when you see an old friend's name come up and you're like, what the fuck does this person want from me?
Yeah, honestly.
I haven't talked to you in 2 years. There's no way you're just messaging me.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you miss me.
That's the thing. It's like, yeah, half these people is like, we're cool and stuff, but it's just like, hey, like, I think also because us like 5 are like I can't imagine Hassan's day.
Oh my God.
I can't imagine Hassan's.
I don't know how. Like, he's the perfect person to do something like that. He has the wherewithal for it.
Self-respect of like, I'm gonna. Yeah. I can't. Like I don't.
And he's organized enough that I think he does message back as many people as he wants to. Yeah. Like the people he cares about.
My life is chaos, and then it just feels like there's these birds that come and like fly into my window. You know. And they got like broken wings and
you're like, I'm Dylan, I'm funny.
Yeah, my life is chaos. The person Dylan is on stage I'm so much more stressed out than I lead people to imagine. My life is chaos. My mental state right now is fucking chaos. I'm in full ketosis.
You need to like really think about like self-care stuff.
Yeah, and I know even more as our careers progress, that's only going to increase.
It's only going to increase, yeah.
You know.
Do you have a sauna at your gym?
Yes.
Do you sauna?
I just started this last week, so I haven't saunaed yet.
You got a sauna.
Yeah.
Sauna's great.
The sauna is great. And it's like a good like me time thing. I never look at my phone. Like maybe I'll play music, but I don't look at it. And I'm just there.
I don't think you should even bring your phone in. It's like bad for...
I leave it on the floor where it's less hot.
Okay. But yeah, it's not good for the phone. I also think it's... what I always say about the sauna is I think it's good practice for getting old and dying. Yeah.
How so?
You get in at first and you're like, oh, this is nice. This is so comfortable and relaxing. What a great time. Not. And then, like, as time passes more and more, you're like, God, this fucking sucks.
So you're supposed to just push through
God, this is... I mean, to a point.
How long do you go for? What's your session look like?
It depends on the day.
I like to do 20 to 30.
I can do 30 for sure. I was doing a thing with my workout buddy where we'll go in like sessions. So we'll do like multiple sessions with like 10-minute breaks.
And then you go shower in between to cool off?
No,
you just go out and break.
Because I do like a cold shower at the very end.
I'll do a cold shower at the end. Yeah. I like to. Do you work out in the sauna at all?
Fuck no.
Oh, I'll go in like, especially if I'm just going to the sauna, because Derek likes to go to the sauna. Sometimes we go to the gym just to sauna. And what I'll do is in the first like 5 to 10 minutes to get myself going, I'll do like planks and there's this yoga move called, I can't remember what it's called, but it's like when you're in tabletop and you lift your knees up. So it's like a plank, but you're a table.
Okay.
And I think it's beast pose. I'll do that stuff. And maybe some like where I lay on my back and I like put my feet in the air and I like reach for my toes a bunch. I'll do that for like 5 to 10 minutes or at least until I'm really sweaty. And then I relax.
Yeah, fuck no.
It's awesome.
Do you guys find when you sauna, you sleep better that night? Or what are the positive effects of going in the sauna?
I do sleep better.
I sleep better. I'm more at ease throughout the day.
If you did a hard like lifting workout, it's really good to like stretch out. I stretch out a lot in the sauna.
Yeah, my recovery is normally better. If I go into the sauna before workout for a little bit, it actually also helps. It loosens my body up.
But I do it more for my mental health, I think, than even my body. Because
there is a great dopamine rush after you've saunaed for a while as well.
And then you get that cold shower.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. You feel amazing.
Yeah.
Sure, it like wakes you up, but at the same time feel relaxed after the shower.
Yeah. Well, I think also just there's something about when you're in a state of great discomfort for a while, then when you are done with it, your brain gives you a massive reward because it's like, hey, we don't feel like shit anymore. Yeah.
And you would say that threshold is like at the 20, 30 minute mark?
It varies person to person.
Yeah, because I say 20 to 30, like 20. So I do only do 20 minutes if I did all that like workout stuff at the beginning. Because I think you have to be, once you start sweating, then you want to get 20 minutes. That's what I think of for the sauna. Because sometimes you go in and it takes forever for me to start sweating. And that's why.
Do you go into the sauna clean? Is it bad etiquette to have worked out sweaty and then go in?
No. Not at these public. I mean, I go in comparatively way cleaner than I see people go in with their shoes on and like fully like in their workout clothes. It's so gross.
So flip-flops?
Yeah, I think flip-flops are better.
Yeah.
And always bring a towel because you don't want to sit on that. It's disgusting.
Is the camera still going?
Who knows?
I don't know. I haven't heard it do the ding, but I think you want to go for cellular dehydration.
Mm-hmm.
More than 20 minutes specifically. So sweat till you're not sweating anymore.
Really?
Do you drink water in the sauna?
Yes.
I do that too.
Yeah.
I've read both things, like positive about both.
I try not to drink it unless I feel like I need it.
Yeah, it's normally what I do.
But it's also, you want to have something to sweat, you know?
That's fair.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I think we got through some good stuff
It's
today.
a health episode.
Yeah.
A lot of health. I mean, we talked about the poop and pee and
Yeah, we had a little bit of everything. Well, thank you guys for watching MOMCATS only on the Dylan Sullivan Show Network. We'll see you guys next week. Bye, guys.
Dylan Sullivan Show. How have I met the Dylan Sullivan Show?